Hi everyone, welcome back to the Denied by the Crossbar podcast. I'm your host Daryl, and I'm here again with Nicky O'Shea. How you doing, Nick, my bro? You good?
Yeah, all good. What's going on,
Oh,
people? Bad result today for me, but we'll get on to that.
we will get onto it. I know you're distraught with that result, but yeah, we've had Arsenal stressing the lead again, City dropping points, and the top four race is heating up. So let's get straight into it. We will start with Leeds 0, Arsenal 4. Arsenal, they bounced back from last week after that disappointing loss to Manchester United. Everyone was saying, I know they played in midweek, but it was a weaker team. But yeah, how would they bounce back? How did they show character? I thought they played really well. They got a 4-0, scored a few goals. Both their strikers scored. So yeah, that's good confidence for their confidence. Good for them to move forward and put the points on the board.
Yeah, very professional and humiliating performance from Arsenal to Leeds. 4-0. I don't think Arsenal fans can complain with that. Gyökeres got on the score sheet as well. Leeds were just poor, lacklustre.
Did you see Darlow's the second goal for them when he led and he dropped it in the goal though?
Yeah, just
Is that
really,
a
really
professional
poor.
footballer? Do you still do those things though? Come on.
Sunday league keeper, innit?
Ridiculous. I saw it. I thought, what? Yeah, I know Arsenal good in the set pieces, but you can't be pushing them into your. You basically tried to punch it in front above Calvert-Lewin. He could have just grabbed it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
100%. It's
I
not the
just
Leeds side that
hey,
we've
come
seen
on. The
over the.
last thing you need, you're struggling anyway. The last thing you need, you're playing the top team in the Premier League. You don't need defensive errors or goalkeeping errors that just give them a 2-0 lead, made them comfortable, you know?
It's not the Leeds side we've seen over the last couple of weeks. I mean, it's completely different. But Leeds, they were bound to, lose at some point, and they've done that to Arsenal, which is, it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, they just got to bounce back from it. Arsenal, well and truly in that title race now, picking up 3 points today. What do you think? Do you think Arsenal have bounced back from that United loss last week convincingly?
I thought they did really well. I did think there'd be nerves. They scored in the 28th minute, I think it was. Zubimendi scored, but then after that, they literally controlled the game. Madueke played well. He came in for Saka on the right hand side. He scored a couple of assists. But yeah, as a whole, I thought they played well. Disappointing from Leeds. Possession, Arsenal weren't that much in front in possession, but Leeds one shot on target in the game, not good enough. I know what's disappointing about that is because they've scored a lot of goals recently. So I was expecting more from Calvert-Lewin and the team around him, But yeah, it wasn't just not enough. Not enough.
Yeah, especially at home, one shot on target's very poor. I mean, normally most teams are favourites at home and favourites to play well, but Leeds, they just got to dust themselves down and move on. Humiliating loss, and that's simple as that.
Yeah, is what it is. Fair enough. Arsenal, like I said, picked up the 3 points. Obviously, they're happy today. We'll get onto it, but City obviously dropped points as well. So yeah, great weekend in all for Arsenal.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Okay, we'll jump straight onto it. We're going to Tottenham 2, Manchester City 2. City took a 2-0 lead at half time. I thought the game was over. I went off to try and do my other things I had to do, prepare myself. Come back and it's 2-1. Dominic Solanke, they've missed him though, got 2 goals. City dropping more points.
Yeah, I mean, the first 10 minutes, Spurs just looked absolutely lost. I was watching it and I was thinking this could be a cricket score,
5. I
really.
thought it was going to be 8, honestly, when I saw it 2-0.
Yeah, and then Spurs just second half clicked into gear and hard fought point. Did you see that coming, or did you? Well, like you said, you thought Man City were going to win 7 or 8. But did you see Spurs coming back when they got the first
The
when they
minute
got the first goal?
they got the first one, you just felt the energy in the stadium changed, and then City started doubting themselves. You just saw that little bit of doubt. Frank changed it. They went for it more. If you realise, Roger didn't have space in the second half. They started closing him down a lot more. There's a lot more fouls, and they're just breaking up play a lot better as a team. But like I said, the minute that first goal went in, 2-1, City just looked shaky, looked nervous. And on their second goal, Tottenham, the scorpion kick. We don't see many of them, but anytime anyone scores a scorpion kick, you got to say, come on, that's a big goal. Come on,
Yeah, Spurs have missed Solanke 2 goals.
Mrs. Presence up there.
Yeah, great for Spurs. Great hard fought point, and that's Man City's bogey team. Really, they just can't seem to beat Tottenham. I think at the new ground and at White Hart Lane, I think
I think
can't
they won their
can't.
last season at that. Yeah, they had last season, didn't they?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Spurs' ground. They're just Spurs are just phenomenal against City. They seem to switch it on.
Yeah, they
Strange,
really,
really.
they really. But after going 2-0 down, I'll be honest. In my head, I started saying to myself, I think this could be nail in the coffin for Frank. If he got I know he got to the Champions League the other day. They made it, but I just thought if they get thumping after 2-0 after whatever time it was, I thought, right, this could be the last game. If he gets pumped 4, 5, 6, this could be it. You're getting sacked in the morning, you know. But they showed character and resilience to get back into the game because, like I said, at that time I thought the crowd might turn. They're 2-0 down. There's mumblings in the stadium. But yeah, like I said, big up Tottenham. They showed, like I said, man, you come back from 2-0, even if you don't win it, you're still... I tell you who played really well that impressed me actually, Simmons, because he's been having a hard time of it, Simmons, adapting to the lifestyle, adapting to the intensity of the Premier League. He did well today.
Yeah, Xavi Simmons, great little player. It's very skillful. When he turns it on, he turns it on. And hopefully it might be a turning point for Tottenham. And it's sort of bought Frank a little bit of time. He is under the cosh. I think majority of Spurs fans want him out. But I mean, that's bought him a little bit of time, point against Man City. And he's just got to build on that.
Yeah, definitely. Guardiola, on the other hand, dropping another 2 points. He'll be very disappointed. Like I said, as soon as that goal went in, they just all look nervous. I find, as much as Semenyo scored in the first half, I find the second half, I saw him looking for the ball a lot, didn't get the ball. I think he will do well there. He started on a hot streak, but he's not that type of player that fits into that system. And that's why I thought it was a bit weird of him choosing to go to Manchester City. Because they don't play with skillful wingers, do they? They're like,
No.
They have them and then they trying to train them out. He did that with Grealish, got him in, skillful winger, changed him to a more of a system winger. Then he buys Doku to be a unorthodox winger. And they keep switching, so I don't know if that was the best move for Semenyo. He started really well, but I saw second half, parts of the game where they checked him. He was looking for the ball on a counter-attack to burst through. They don't play that football, so he's turning around going, come on, pass me the ball. Didn't really happen a lot of times, So, I don't know, Pep he'll be very disappointed. He's got a lot of work to do with that team still. As much as they've got Gay, everyone thought they've got Gay, that's going to be defensive sorted. It's not.
No, there's still a lot to be coached. And it will take those players a long time to solidify themselves in the team as a unit. What do you think?
I just see, like I said, Rodri, he played. He just doesn't look. He doesn't look back to his best. He just doesn't look like the player he did. I think. Listen, as a Ballon d'Or winner, we can't disrespect him, but I think that might be him. I think that might be it. He's nearly 30 now. You're not gonna get back to the top of your game. It's going to take about another year or 8 months has he got that time in the Premier League to do that with the intensity of the Premier League? It's hard. I don't know. Like I said, him playing is not the same Rodri, and they miss him cutting down passing channels, passing lanes. He doesn't do that as well anymore. And even they've got Nico Gonzalez, the young defensive midfielder. He doesn't cover the ground as good as Rodri does. So yeah, I think he's got a lot of work to do. I don't think the City team challenges Arsenal. I think Arsenal are easily favourites to win the Premier League. I don't think the City team can challenge them. I just don't see enough. They can spend 150 million every summer, every window, 200, whatever it is. I don't see it. I don't think the rebuild.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem with that defence. I don't think he's replaced players enough. I don't think he's relied too long on John Stones. I think he's relied too long on Ethan Ake. Diaz is injury prone now. And I'll be honest with you, Kuzmanov, he might come good, but every time I see him, he's got an error in him. He doesn't look settled. He's young, but he doesn't look settled. I think he was too young to come to the Premier League.
Some players, they don't return from... When they return from their injuries, they're not quite the same. Like Rodri's, he hasn't been at his best since he's come back from his injury. And that's probably hindered Man City's success.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have to see how they bounce back. But yeah, up the road in Manchester United 3, Fulham 2. I know you're distraught. United started really well. They got their goal, but it's just I'll be honest with you, I don't think you lot played very well today. You didn't really turn up in the first half. I don't know, it was a bit disappointing, I reckon. What do you think?
No, I mean, I weren't there today. I thought I would, take a leaf out of United fans' books and sit home and watch it on the telly for once. But in all seriousness, I thought the game was very entertaining. Although I didn't think we played to the best of our abilities, we had some chances where we could have nicked a point. I don't think Jorge Cuenca was offside, personally. I don't know. United fans, let me know what you think in the comments below. I personally don't think it was offside. Raul Jimenez, solid stonewall penalty to get us back into the game.
What a pen as well, top bins. Love that.
Yeah, 34 years of age, still doing it. not prolific, but I love the guy. I think he's class. He's a class act. And then we fought Kevin with the screamer goal. We thought that was it, and then Sesko popped up at the last minute and yeah, smashed it in. I think Bassi has to do better there. Someone has to foul Sesko before the build up.
Or
And
Bruno on the
yeah,
right before he gets it in. Take him out.
yeah, take him out. Unfortunately, we go away 0 points. We
Old
played
Trafford, sorry.
okay. We played okay. We scored two. Scoring two at Old Trafford's hard at any sort of time. We just got to go into the game next week against Everton and bounce back. Did you think we was gonna nick a draw?
Um, I thought United deserved their lead, but after they took the 2-0 lead, I thought they relaxed. Their football became a bit bitty. You came more into the game, so you started getting more possession. It's a bit like the other game. The minute you scored, it was just nerves. You can just feel that you lot were just, even though you wasn't in the game for very long, but from the 85th minute, you just felt that the minute you got one, there's another chance coming. They're gonna get another chance. And Kevin, listen, he has announced. You've been obviously you see him when he comes on every week, but he's announced himself to British football now. Great goal. It was fitting to get a point for you lot. I don't know if you deserved it, but I thought it was good enough. With them goals, you're thinking, right, deserves a point with that goal, you know. And then yeah, we were messaging, and before you know it, it's like great work from Fernandez. Like I said, they should have fouled Fernandez out there, or at least kept him. There was two of them on him. They could have blocked it or done better than they did, you know.
Yeah.
Great finish. But last few weeks away at Brentford and stuff, we've seen that Sesko he's started to score a few goals now. You know, he's showing that he can be a focal point in that team. I think that team's going to look a lot better when they have Sesko starting and like Mbuemo on the right, Cunha on the left. I think that's their best attacking trio. So they don't even start with Sesko up front. To bring him on, him getting a winner, Carrick 3-3. What can we say?
Yeah, good form, good run he's put together. And obviously, shout out to Cunha's goal as well. That was great. I forgot to mention that.
Good goal. I made a video and I said, I know it was powerful, but it was near post again.
Yeah, Leno's got to be doing better there.
Last week, same thing against Ayari for you guys when he smashed. I
Yeah,
know they've got power on them, but even if they've got power on them, you should be there. I just think you should be near your near post. Beat me in the far post, fairs, but near post, you're not going to beat me that area. Do you know what I mean? For me.
we're crying out for a proper midfielder. That's why we need someone who can break up the play, and
What do you
we
mean?
had
You've got
that.
Sander Berger there and you've got bloody... What's his name's missing? He's out though, isn't he?
Yeah, Lukic is out for a number of weeks. I think we need a João Palhinha type of player. I've said it to you before. I'd love to have him back at the end of the
Well,
season.
you play better without him.
We do, but if we had, Lukic and João Palhinha and Iwobi in the midfield, I think it would work wonders. I really do.
I don't think a player like that is really successful in teams anymore. To me, all he offers is tackling and maybe a screamer every 10 games. He does score a few screamers. I saw him score a few for you. But that's
Yeah.
not enough. I think that defensive midfielder alone doesn't... No one wants that anymore. You've got to be more than that as a footballer now. You can't just be that tackler and that's it. A bit like Ugarte. Ugarte makes... Look, check his stats. I watch him. Every game he makes 6-7 tackles. But if you're making 6-7 tackles on the right wing, you're still exposed in the middle. So that João Palhinha role, that defensive mid, orthodox just sitting there, just tackling, doesn't work anymore. That's why I don't think he even gets in the Tottenham team. They need someone that breaks up play, but that's all he tends to do, just to break up. And if you're not offering more, driving forward a little bit, or I don't know, I just don't think that role's enough for you guys as well. I think talking to my mate as well, when he left, you lot have improved because you play more football instead of him just making tackles. And every game, oh, he's made 6 tackles in the game. He must have had a great game. Doesn't always work like that.
I agree with you to an extent, but the thing is with Sander Berger, he doesn't go forward enough. Sander Berger either passes it sideways or backwards. At least João Palhinha would drive the ball forward, and he scored some goals. Sander Berger has not scored one goal for Fulham. Sander Berger's last goal was against Fulham when he played for Burnley. I'm not taking any discredit away from Sander Berger. I think he's an excellent player, and
Yeah.
I like to watch him. I like to watch him play at Fulham alongside, either your Iwobi's or your Smith Rose or even with Lukic sometimes. But he needs to shoot more.
I'll tell
That's
you who
my
I was
only.
disappointed. Sorry, I'll tell you who I was disappointed with. I was disappointed with Castagna today. I think he
Yeah,
really missed Tete because Castagna, I think you could today he's proved that he's just a squad player. You can't really be starting games because he's not. He just there's a few times when you got away or there's good opportunities and he just wasted them and it just didn't look quality enough. He looked like a championship player, or if I'm honest.
yeah, no, I agree. Very, very poor from Castagna today, and I'm normally, his biggest defender, but no, last couple of games have been absolutely shocking.
It's annoying when you have these players and they play really well as backup, and you're thinking, right, he's out. Oh, it's all right, he'll cover him. And the minute he starts getting to start games, he's absolute rubbish. And it's just like, I thought you was a capable backup. Do you know what I mean? And they're just not. They're just, you know why they're just squad players, because that's what they are.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Totally
Shame, bro.
agree.
But yeah, I'm sure you lot bounce back against Everton next week. And yeah, Manchester United, Carrick 3-3. It goes on. But listen, I'm going to caveat that with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won his first 3 games in charge as well. I'm just going to say that. Just putting it out there, all right? But yeah, they're on a great run. We'd have to see if they can continue it, you know? So we move on. Liverpool 4, Newcastle 1. And finally, Liverpool Football Club have won a game in the Premier League in 2026. Come on.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's about flipping time, bro.
Yep.
Jeez.
Newcastle did score first though. They started well, Newcastle,
Really
and then
well.
Liverpool quickly got back into the game and humiliated the Magpies. Really.
Yeah, I thought we played really well. I thought it felt like senses of Klopp's team, that like a high press.
Yeah.
I mean, high press, high intensity game. What we've been missing over the last few weeks, we know we've had this silly, embarrassing, unbeaten run because we were getting pumped by everyone. He's kind of like pulled everyone back into a mid block. So we were defending better, attacking wise, not good. No cohesion, anything. Last night we looked really good. It worked. There was cohesion there. The tackles, the passes, everything looked in tune. Do you know what I mean? It looked really good. Yeah, Verts played really well. Ekatike, the man at the moment, his second goal, I don't know if you saw it, a toe poke to the corner.
Yeah.
Impressed. He's been our best signing so far this summer, man. He's a good player, bro.
He's certainly pulling up some trees. Great striker, great signing. He's proven to be more cost effective than Isak at this moment in time.
It's funny because I remember before we signed Isak and we got Ekatike first, I remember I made a video saying I think Ekatike has got a bigger scope in potential than Isak can get to. And I remember people saying, oh yeah, you're only saying that because you didn't get Isak. And we end up getting Isak anyway. But I still think so. I still think he's a more rounded player than Isak. Isak might be more quality. He's not showing it, but right now. But I think long term, I think he'll be a better buy. Not just age, I think as a whole, as a complete player. I think he's a full package. He's a top player.
I think Ekatike's got more to prove as he's not Prem proven. So, yeah, you're right in what you say.
Yeah, well, he's definitely proven that he didn't come to Liverpool to be a backup number 9. He's come to Liverpool to fight for that place. And I love that. If Isak can come back and obviously we know his quality, to show his qualities, then we're going to have a proper striking dilemma, which is good. It's great. That's what everyone would love to have that situation, you know?
Oh, 100%.
But even though he won the game, and I'm happy that he won the game, there were times when Newcastle, I'll give them credit, the scoreline doesn't reflect the game. I think they played a bit better than that, than 4-1. Maybe even a 3-1 would have been better because they played well. They scored the first goal. They pressed us really well. And one thing that did highlight in my eyes, again, we need that ball-playing defensive midfielder more than ever because when Newcastle pressed us, and I'm sure a lot of teams have realised this season, when they come to Anfield, they press you at the back. There must have been about 150 passes between Alisson and the centre-backs because we can't get out. We've got no one coming short. Gravenberch, he tries, but it's not his role, you know. So
yeah,
we've been linked with Adam Wharton. He's the ideal type of players that we need. Defensive midfielders who can bring the ball out or look up and play a good pass. So we're missing that a lot. So we play too many long balls to try and break their press. We played long balls out a lot of times and then just giving them back the ball, which is very disappointing. But listen, on a high note, we won Champions League. We're in the spots. We're up there. So yeah, I'll take it. It's a win. Let's see if they can carry on. Let's see if it changes the next game, or is it going to be with the same intensity and the same quality, or will it go back to mid-block playing crap football? We'll have to wait and see.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's go on to Chelsea 3, West Ham 2. West Ham took a big lead. I looked at the scores and it was 2-0. I thought, wow, are they going to go and do it again as they did with Tottenham, go away and get a good victory?
Yeah, I checked the result. I was out and I thought, wow, West Ham, they might actually do it. And then I checked the result again an hour later and it was 2-2. And I thought, oh, well, decent point for West Ham. And then, boy, they conceded in the last minute. Adama Traore went absolutely crazy.
It's funny because I never saw that fight for Fulham, you know. I never saw that in those years. It was like you lot, you know. That's the first one that came to my mind. I was like, what's this about?
Where was your fight for this badge, Adama?
That's
what we wanted to see. And he showed more passion in 5 minutes. I mean, he slung Cucurella around like a rag doll. And yeah, it was just a mad end to the game. I think it was a bit of a silly head loss, and obviously João Pedro tried to pick a fight with Adama Traoré. I don't know if you saw the clip, but
Yeah, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, yeah.
I think he regretted it instantly. But yeah, West Ham, I felt sorry for them. They didn't deserve to lose the game.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did. I think
Just
they
a
deserved
moment of
it.
madness, and then who got sent off for them? It was it to Bido.
Todibo, the centre back, which they're losing for 3 games now from an unnecessary red card, in my eyes. So it's a bit stupid. So they're in a relegation battle. The last thing they need is misses one of their best, probably their best centre back at the moment. So it's not good. But to concede the last minute, I thought Nuno would have, after going 2-0 up, I thought 2-2, he might have taken it and thought it's not that bad. It's away at Chelsea. But to lose it, he'd be very disappointed. So would the fans. That's disappointing.
100%. When you go 2-0 up anywhere, whether it's at home or away, yeah, you don't want to be losing those type of games. And I think Nuno will be extremely, extremely annoyed.
Yeah,
It was a chance to sort of gain some ground on Forest, and they've
yeah.
gone away from Stamford Bridge empty-handed. And Chelsea have clawed it back and got a win. Good win for Chelsea, though.
Yeah, Enzo, the 92nd minute winner. But disappointing for West Ham. But like I said, Chelsea, Leon Rosenior, I think, what's that? 6 and 7 is one. Let's double check it. But yeah, he'll be able to moon with that. I don't know, whatever he said at half time at 2-0 down, it works. As they came out and they battled and they got it in the end, looking strong at the moment.
Yeah, his tenure at Chelsea's not been too bad. I mean, they really didn't want him at first, but it's a results business, and results don't lie. And he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's doing real well to manage those egos in there at the moment. We have to see how it does. But listen, the Champions League spots is heating up. Who do you reckon's going to make it? We've got United winning, Liverpool winning, Chelsea winning. We had Villa. We haven't discussed Villa, but Villa lost at home today to Brentford, which is another great victory for Brentford. City drawing those Champions League spots behind Arsenal, who are clear. And it's starting to get interesting now. What do you reckon? Who do you reckon is going to miss out?
I don't know. It looks like United are not going to miss out. They reckon they're going to be in a title charge.
Is
So
that what they're saying?
yeah, they're saying we're coming for the league. So I don't
What?
know.
I don't think
Person,
Arsenal have a lot to say about that, to be honest.
I personally think it will be Arsenal win the league, Man City second, Villa third, and it's between you guys and United for the fourth spot.
There's 5 places though, bro.
Well, 5 spots for the Champions League. You maybe finishing fourth, Liverpool, United or Chelsea fifth. I can't see United getting any higher than that, but you never
Right,
know.
yeah, you never know. I reckon it's going to be. I reckon same. It'll be Arsenal, City, Chelsea, possibly. I reckon us and United top. I reckon Villa might miss out. I don't know what it is. I just think that
Consistency maybe.
consistency they've started to run out of gas a little bit. They're missing Kamara. Kamara is a massive player for them in the centre midfield. Alongside Onana. So I just think Kamara's out for the season, and I think they're going to miss him. They do miss him a lot. He does a lot of their tackling, a lot of their dog work, breaks up and play a lot. Yeah, I think they're really going to miss him. And I know they've got Abraham, and I really like Tammy Abrahams. I think he's a top
Oh
player.
yeah.
I really like him. I was touting for England international a few years ago that he should have been consistently playing for England behind Harry Kane as a backup, But they went and
Did you
won
think?
what?
Let's touch briefly upon Villa's ruled out goal. Did you think it was unfair, or I mean, to review the goal as a goal and then chalk it back off?
I don't know. I just think it's all a mess. I
It
just
is,
think
isn't it? Yeah.
it's a mess. I just think these refs, they're just ruining the game. The VAR. It's just it's you know what pisses me off about the VAR? It's every week. It's not once every month and a half, 6 weeks where you get one that's dodgy. It's every week. It's just something that's like, you know. But yeah, if I'm honest, when you look back at it, the ball did go out of play, didn't it?
Yeah.
If you want to be honest about it, I know it was another phase of play, but if you want to be fair, it should have been ruled out. I know what you mean. I just think that if that was your team and you know the ball's definitely gone out, you'd feel hard done by. If that was
Oh,
your team
100%.
and United
Yeah.
scored their winning goal against you today, and you know at the end of it, it's like, oh no, but it's gone out of play. You'd be like, how the hell does that stand? So I
Mm.
have to be fair as a football fan. I know it's crazy decisions of pulling it back way back, re-reffing the game, but I prefer at least they got it right. My problem with VAR is when they faff around with it for 2, 3 minutes and they
Too
still
long,
get it
yeah.
wrong. And
Well,
they
they
get
got
like,
they got
oh,
they got Fulham's Jorge Cuenca's goal wrong.
I, think he wasn't offside. They said it was based on Jacquees on the other side after the free kick was offside, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but
It was a mad
I
one,
don't.
no?
He didn't interfere with play. He couldn't. His body part couldn't have interfered with play. I think it's all silly, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of them ones.
But yeah, listen, we'll wrap it up there. Nick, I appreciate you jumping on, bro. Thank you so much. And hopefully
No
you'll
worries
get
at
that win
all.
against Everton next week and you'll be in better spirits, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. All right then, guys. Guys, thank you so much. We've hit 1,000 subscribers on TikTok and we've just gone past 800 on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share the podcast and turn the notification button on. And yeah, if you do, you've got a chance. When we hit 1,000 subs, we've got a chance of winning some merchandise. So yeah, please subscribe and pass it on. And we'll catch you next week. Thanks again, Nix.
Cheers, guys.